So I'm Ralph Dubienski. I'm one of the co-founders of Hope Ethiopia. It's an international NGO working in Ethiopia and Rwanda. And one of the big things that we do is reforestation. We plant millions of trees in Ethiopia. Ethiopia, unfortunately, is very badly deforested. And so we want to restore the environment, bring back the environment. And typically in Ethiopia, it's very dry. It's very, there's not much grass, not much vegetation. Right now happens to be the rainy season, so it's very green, very lush, but this is not the normal thing you'd see in Ethiopia. Because of reforestation, we plant so many trees because they help restore the environment. So one thing that we do is that we find that if you cut all the trees away, the water table, which is usually quite high up towards the ground, the roots act like a sponge. But if you cut all the trees away and all the roots disappear, the water table drops and you have no access to water. But if you plant the trees, all the trees and bushes and vegetation suck the water table up, springs of water come out of the ground, and that water table feeds the trees and the grasses and the bushes. Once you have a healthy environment, you have the birds returning, then you have the insects returning, the mammals returning, and it becomes a very healthy environment. Each one of these little seedling packages is something that we plant in the ground. This happens to be Acacia saligna. Acacia is a tree that grows in Ethiopia. It's very good because it fixes the nitrogen, produces nutrients in the ground, which help restore the soil, and it also helps to rebuild the soil so that you can grow other plants. This is a juniper, very slower growing tree, but very, very nice tree to have, and it's a very strong tree. So we grow about 15 different species of trees, including many fruit trees like apples and lemons and guava and avocado. But by far the most is we grow hundreds of thousands of seedlings. This year, we've just finished the replanting season. Ethiopia had a national reforestation day where the whole country participated. We broke the world record. We planted 320 million trees on one day.
Amen.
Our whole community came together here, our children in our children's village, our house mothers, our staff, the administration of the town, the local people, the elders, poor people, orphans, widows, everybody came together to plant hundreds of thousands of trees in our river valley where Hope Ethiopia is doing the projects. When a tree gets mature, let's say about 30 feet tall, one tree will produce about 180 liters of oxygen per hour.
Wow.
So when you start to cut down hundreds, thousands, millions of trees, all that oxygen is not going to be produced. The carbon that is coming from carbon dioxide in the atmosphere is not being captured and put back into the soils, taken out of the environment. But when you plant millions of trees and you put that much oxygen back into the atmosphere and the humidity gets changed, your local environment gets changed, the soils become healthier, the agricultural potential gets healthier, you get more rain, it becomes a very positive cycle. So reforestation is a very, very good thing to do around the world. We're highly progressive with our environmental techniques. So we have come up with developed many different environmental techniques using some experts from around the world. We have experts from North America that have helped us out. We have experts from Ethiopia that have helped us out. We rely on the local body of knowledge from farmers and people that have been doing this for a long time too, to how to do this properly. We also have people like my son, Kevin. He's a permaculture expert, one of the premier experts around, and he helps us with our projects in Ethiopia, Rwanda, and he does other projects around the world too. So we're looking for people to help us. It's vital that we do awareness creation. So we go into our children's village and then we teach our kids. We go into the kindergartens, we go into the elementary schools, we go into junior high school, into the high schools and the colleges, and we educate them about the environment so that this deforestation doesn't happen. Why does deforestation happen? People need farmland, people cut down the trees for lumber and building materials, for making charcoal, for burning fires, for a cash crop to sell. And as your population, like a place like Ethiopia, which is now 110 million people, explodes, they want more and more and more. And if you don't educate them, if they don't understand the dangers of deforestation, it becomes a very dangerous cycle. But Ethiopia has now a national campaign of reforesting the country. We're making great progress, and with God's help, with your help, with awareness around the world, we'll make a difference. We'll bring hope to the environment, to this world.
Thank you.
Amen.
Awesome.
Thank you.
That was
Thank
perfect.
you.
Makes sense.